It's Solo P1. Welcome to the transfer news. It's going to be a quick one today, probably about 45 minutes because I've got to watch along later. Women's game, Poland versus Switzerland or Sweden. Not Switzerland. We're talking about. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that watch along. But we've got some news. We're going to be talking about Darwin Nunez. We're going to be talking about Rodrygo. We're going to be talking about Konate. We've got loads of news that we're going to be talking about today. But before we start, I'm going to bring in my co-key, my partner in crime, TOTO! Abba! Big up TOTO, how's it going, bro?
Your mic's on the camera thing.
Okay, I'm going to change that.
It started crackling.
And yours is, by the way. And yours.
Is it mine as well?
Yeah, I think so. No, mine's good, man. Hold on.
What about now? Good?
Yeah, that's better.
So, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, going well. Going well, man. Glad to be back in here as always.
TOTO.
Yeah.
Can you hear this? 1 second. Can you hear this?
Yeah. Can hear it.
Can you hear the yeah?
Yeah. I did.
Okay,
but yeah,
how's it
going well,
going,
man. Lots of news to talk about today, but everything's all right.
Yeah, just chilling. It's gonna be it's not gonna be a long one today. Probably about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I've got to watch along. I missed the German game, which I'm a bit gutted about. The second game I've missed that. But I'm doing all right. All the games that I've caught, every single game bar two. It was the first Sweden game and now the German game, but the Germans come back. So I guess for the FIFA merchants, if you got any German cards, they'll be going up rapidly tonight. So, TOTO, how you doing, bro? How you doing on this warm weather again? I heard that we're getting the weather back as well.
Oh god, that's something not to hear. Yeah, feeling all good, feeling all right. Just in general, after this, I'm going live to stream some Formula One.
Okay,
let's go check me out on there. I missed a day yesterday because I streamed Saturday, Sunday, and I missed a day, and then I'm going back on it today. So, streaming some F1. And of course, the new Discord server is up and going.
Yeah, Discord server. Yes. People, the Discord server is up and running. TOTO done it. He fixed it up for us. Because when it comes to things like that, I'm clueless. But TOTO is the tech savvy guy. So he's going to put that link up in the chat room for people who want to join the Discord. We're going to be talking about any sports, really, football, audio, when we do watch-alongs, if you want to join us. And the watch-alongs as well through the audio. You can join through the Discord. So what you do, you click on the link and then you accept the rules. And long as you behave yourself and there's no swearing, you'll be fine. It's a good community with football fans and Formula One fans, sport fans really in general. And there's different links. So when we go live, you'll get the notification in the Discord as well. So TOTO will get that sorted and put the link in. And it'll be no problem. So guys, where should we start? Let's start with Darwin Nunez, I'd say. This is from Fabrizio Romano. I'm going to bring the link up in a minute. Napoli are confident in signing Darwin Nunez still after keeping Osserman. I'm going to bring this link up for you guys now. Actually, I'll just keep it to TOTO.
I've got it. I got it on Fabrizio here.
Yeah, go on, bring it up then.
So yeah, this is regarding Darwin Nunez from Dave Cup, but of course it's reported from Fabrizio. So 50 million euros is not enough to convince Liverpool to sell Darwin Nunez to Napoli, according to Fabrizio Romano. Napoli are expected to return in the coming days. Fabrizio has also reported that it's still our top priority to sell him. But I just don't understand why we're not
directly from him.
Yeah, I just don't understand why we're not letting this guy go.
I know it's kind of peeing me off though.
I just think, are we going to keep him? I know it's our top priority. Look, we've got no striker. Laka and Darwin Nunez are only up at the moment. I know he's going to leave. He's most likely going to leave. But we just need him done. We keep rejecting these bid offers. Just let him go. He weren't good enough. He weren't good enough for our club. He didn't put in the numbers like we were expecting. And they were coming from the Portuguese league. I had high hopes for him. I thought he was going to do well, but you can see coming from the Portuguese league to the Premier League, there's completely disparity between the both leagues. But we just need him gone. That's what it is. Forget rejecting the bid. I don't know why we want higher for him. I think regarding the performances from last season, I don't think he's even worth to be 70 million. That's me being respectful because, and it's just telling the facts. It's just telling the truth. The guy's not worth 70 million. If we're trying to get 70 million euros for him, it's not happening. Napoli's not going to do that. Napoli saw his performances. You know, Napoli's probably buying him as a project striker to see how he fits under the system. So we don't want to pay too much for him. I think regardless of performances, he's not worth so much money. You know, so would he need to get him gone, get the money for him, because apparently we are looking to sign Ekitike, and Liverpool are in the race to sign Ekitike. I don't think it's really a race, but Liverpool really want Ekitike. It's their top priority. And if we're going to sign Ekitike or anything like that, we've got to sell Darwin Nunez for the money. So I don't know what Liverpool's waiting around for.
I don't know either. This is the one what's kind of peed me off. This is the one what's kind of holding stuff up. I believe if Darwin Nunez gets sold, I think that everything's going to start, running forward. It's gone a bit quiet lately. We're understandable with RIP Jata, but even before that, it was kind of slowing up a little bit because of this deal with Darwin Nunez. So what we need to do, we need to hurry up and sell him. Yeah, I'll put the other link for the other one, Toto. The other link. This is directly after Fabrizio directly.
I agree.
I think this is 5 hours ago, so it's kind of similar, but he goes into it more kind of depth, really. There's a YouTube link, which I'm not going to put on his YouTube because I don't want to get done for copyright. But yeah, let me bring it up. I'll bring it up, don't worry. Right, it's Fabrizio. Here we go, this one. This one here. This is Fabrizio today. This one here. Galatasaray will discuss with Napoli again after agreement with Osimhen. Napoli maintain talks with active Darwin Nunez as top priority, while Luca Dia remains available. So there. So they're still interested. I think Napoli. I think Liverpool wants 60 million or something like that, round about that number. And I don't think Napoli is prepared to pay that. Napoli, let's face it, Napoli are broke pocket. So one of them. That's what it is. They're not the richest club in the world. They used to be, not now. But yeah, Napoli still want the deal. But Liverpool won't budge. Liverpool would rather keep him. Than sell him for that price. Because that's how them Edwards mans are, innit? They're very tough negotiators, I'd say. Let's go through the chat. Yeah, big up Paul Diner. Yeah, big up to you. Yes, lads. Yeah, big up, man. All the time. Yeah, big up, man. Everybody. There's the Discord server. So if you want to join our Discord server, click on that link and we're building a community over there. I think we've got about 15 people in there at the moment. That's one way we can all communicate with each other. And when we go live, you'll hear it, and we can put links in there, pictures, posters, stuff like that of Liverpool. We're trying to get some games sorted down the road as well, some trivia. So it's all going to be done on the Discord. It's a new Discord. So come in and join the Discord. Much appreciated. Big up to you guys. Big up to you. The link's there. Toto. He done the Discord. So if you want the Discord, thank Toto. He got the Discord up and running. So yeah, that's all there now. The Discord link there. Join the Discord. Join in with the community. Big up Toto Solo. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, we're good, man. Good, bro. I'm the same. Yeah. Big up, man. Smash the likes. Yeah, like the support. Big up Solo. McLaren P1 and Toto. Yeah, McLaren, man.
McLaren P1.
McLaren, man.
McLaren P1's good though.
Yeah, McLaren got a big fan base, man. You know what I mean? Back in the day when before Lewis was there as well. McLaren are massive, man. I want Lando Norris to win that title. You get me? I want Lando to get it, man.
Yeah.
I want it to be.
He's the closest. He's the closest British driver. So
yeah,
we support our own, and hopefully Lando gets.
Yeah. Talking of Formula One, we're doing that video tomorrow, guys. So if you like Formula One, Deluded Steve.
Oh yeah, the video.
No, it's all right because there's no Formula One this week. This is why I waited for a bit, innit?
Yeah.
There's no Formula One this week, but tomorrow we're going to be doing the Formula One video. We're going to do the review of the Silverstone Grand Prix. And if you like Formula One, guys, remember, can come onto our channel and get involved in that as well. I'll put it in the Discord as well. So remember, guys, the Discord link's there. There's the Discord. It's in the chat. We got to you, Ainsley. We got to you, bro. I'm just gonna call you Ainsley. That's it, man. Sorry. Just gonna call you Ainsley. So yeah, this Darwin Nunez news. Yeah, I just want to hurry up and get it done. It's kind of pee me off. So yeah, nothing much to really say about the that. So let's go into the next one, which is Rodrygo. The Rodrygo news. I'll just put the same one up. What am I talking about, man? There we go. There you go. According to Graham Bailey, which is a credible journalist. According to Graham Bailey, Liverpool have reached out to Rodrygo's camp. This move will depend on what we do with Diaz. Now, we're going to come on to Diaz in a minute. There's rumors going around that he's trying to give Liverpool an ultimatum that he wants out of the club. And I don't blame him. I'm not saying like you can hold the club up to ransom, but look, if any of us was in Luis Diaz's situation, and I said this yesterday, I'm going to repeat it again. If any of us was in Luis Diaz's situation, we're 28 years of age, we're not on as much money that we should be, and if we wanted a bigger contract, he's 28, he's coming to his twilight of his career, he's in his prime, he's peak of his powers. He's not going to get any better from now going forward. If you was Luis Diaz, you would want out of the club. You'd want some clarity. Either give him a new contract, pay him what he wants to be paid, or let him go to a club where we can get more money. And I don't blame Luis Diaz. I'm not going to come out and say, oh, you shouldn't hold at the club. I'm not sure if that's completely correct. That's what people are saying. I'm just saying what other people are saying. But if I was in Luis Diaz's shoes, I'll do the same. He knows what he's worth. He knows that he should be on more money. And if Liverpool are not prepared to pay that, you got to let him go, innit? And that's it. You got to let him go. Because you can't say, oh, you can't do that because it's Liverpool. But if you was in that position, right, Toto, and you was 28 years of age, yeah, and you wanted more money on your contract, and Liverpool are not offering you what you want, you'd want to go. It's not like he's 22 anymore. He's 28 years of age. So he ain't got long left. You get me? Because this contract now, what he's coming up now, will be his last big contract, unless when he gets to like 30, he goes to Saudi Arabia. But apart from that, this is his last big contract in Europe. So what's your thoughts on this Rodrygo, and what's your thoughts on Diaz, rumours about him holding at the club?
Look, I think with Luis Diaz, you can see that he wants to leave. Bayern Munich really wants him, and he reportedly saying that he wants to go to Bayern Munich. I'm fair play to him. No, we were talking about this yesterday as well. Is that his wages are too low? Chase has got a higher wage than him, and he's barely played. He's been bench warming for most of the season, and he's earning more money than Luis Diaz. And Luis Diaz must feel disrespected because Liverpool are not willing to negotiate his contract. Not even willing to negotiate his contract, and now all of a sudden, because he's leaving, Liverpool wants to do something for his contract. Yeah, and we don't want to have any players leave on frees. You know, whether the likes of, I know we're not talking about Konate. We've got the likes of Konate wanting to run down his contract for a free. We'll get into that later. But with Luis Diaz and all that, if he wants to go, let a man leave. It will defeat the team's morale, the dressing room. I think the Ludus Steve said that yesterday as well. Is that it will upset the dressing room, and it will upset the dressing room. If you've got someone who doesn't want to be there, doesn't want to put the 400% in, it will defeat the whole team. So, in my thoughts, we should let him go. If he wants to go Bayern Munich, let him go Bayern Munich, because he's not saying that he wants to stay. He wants to leave because in my opinion, he's not getting paid enough. 55 grand, he's not getting paid enough. Nowhere near. He should be at least on 100 grand at least. Yeah, but even that, he might not even get paid enough. So, let him go. Let him go to Bayern Munich or Barcelona. I think he's more likely to Bayern Munich now, as Luis Diaz, I think, wants to go to Bayern Munich, as it's saying now. So, let Luis Diaz go. Use the money from Diaz. Nunez goes. Use the money from Nunez. But most likely, we use the money from Luis Diaz if he does leave to go buy another winger. At the end of the day, Rodrygo, He can play left wing, right wing, and striker. He can play anywhere at the front line.
He's ideal for Liverpool.
More of a versatile.
Because look, if we get rid of Chiesa, just say we get rid of, this is where I think Rodrygo can fit in with Liverpool. It'd be perfect. Like you said, he can play on the left and play on the right. Now, if Diaz leaves, we bring in Rodrygo. Now, if Rodrygo can rotate with Gakpo, that's what will happen. Mo Salah goes to AFCON in January. Rodrygo shifts to the right. So Rodrygo can go to the right. Gakpo can go to the left. So we got that sorted. Left wing, right wing. That's where he could fit in perfect. When Thingy comes back, when Mo Salah comes back off AFCON, they send it again, sorry. When Mo Salah comes back from AFCON, Rodrygo goes back to the left, rotates with Gakpo. Perfect. This is where he'll fit in. He's versatile, can play on both sides. This is what we wanted Chiesa for, but I don't think Chiesa is going to be at the club for much longer. And he should do, but I just don't think he will. Go on, Toto.
Yeah, this is Rodrygo's stats. 24 years old, so he's a very, very young player. And he's not really a main starter for Madrid, if you know what I mean. He's not really a starter week in, week out. So again, he'll probably want to move to get more regular football. But again, he'll be contention with Gakpo on that left wing. So you have to prove, if he does come to the club, he'll have to prove himself that he's worth playing in the Premier League.
Yeah.
The transfer value at the moment, this is the most recent one, 90 million euros, but I'm sure Liverpool will get that down.
Yeah.
Again, if we can pay 150 million for Wirtz, I'm sure we can pay at least 100 million for Rodrygo.
Of course we can, when we sell Diaz.
Exactly. So these are his stats. He's had 14 goals, 11 assists. And I think for not a regular starter, that's really, really good stats.
Very good.
That is really, really good stats. I think at the moment, he's got 25 GA in 54 games. He's had 6 goals, 6 assists in the Liga, 5 goals, 2 assists in the Champions League. He's had 7 GA in 12 games, which is good. And, he's always been contributing for Real Madrid. He's been playing better as a right winger, but of course been playing similar. He's only had 31 games as a right winger, 12 games as a left winger, but didn't really play well as a centre forward. So you can see both wings, left wing, right wing, you can play both sides. And I reckon for only playing 12 games as a left winger and getting 6 goals, 6 assists, that is really good because he's played less games and nearly got as much goals and assists as he does as a right winger. And right winger had 31 games. You can even argue that left wing's the best position for him, but you can see that left wing, right wing is where he's strong at. The $1 million question is his injury record. Let's see how his injuries are.
He's hardly played for Real Madrid.
So
for Real Madrid, he's always on the bench.
Not really minor injuries. Like he's had rest. This is when say if he's like tired, he's been resting. Only missed 1 game here and there. And 24-25 hamstring only out for 2 games.
Yeah.
Muscle injury 3 games. Fever. What you can't really stop a fever. You get it. Which is 1 game. So he has got injuries, but it's not really minor. He only misses 2-3 games, 1 game here and there. It's not really major injuries that we are concerned about. So Rodrygo looks like a good signing for us. Minor injuries if he does get an injury, but he doesn't get injured on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Look, the hamstring injury from 24-25, October 22nd, muscle injury, November 9th, 1 month apart from each other. And you've got May, which is 2025 when you got a fever. So he's not really a player that's off constantly. So Rodrygo, will be I think a great aspect for us.
Yeah. Very good. And I think if it all depends on Diaz. If they can shift Diaz. Also, it can also depend on Nunez as well. Because remember, I said this yesterday, and I don't like to repeat myself all the time, but I said the same thing yesterday. I said, after what's happened in the past couple of last week, before we only needed 1 striker. Now I think we need 2. At least. Can Rodrygo play striker?
Yeah.
Can Rodrygo? Yeah. So if we bring in Rodrygo and bring in someone else, play another winger, so that will be Rodrygo. He can rotate with Rodrygo can rotate with Salah when Salah goes on Ofcom because he can play left and right. So obviously when he first comes, I said he will rotate with Gakpo on the left. When Salah goes to Ofcom, he can move over to the right-hand side and he can replace Salah when Salah goes to Ofcom. But also, like he said, we need another striker. So I think we're bringing a left winger, Rodrygo, hopefully, and I think we'll bring in Isaac. I'm still convinced that we're going to get Isaac. You think it's going to be Ekatike, but I still think we're going to bring in Isaac. Which one's that you gave me, Toto?
The one you gave me.
Yeah, I'll put it on in a minute. Yeah, I think that's how it's going to be. Maybe just speak to the chat because the chat is thingy. Is Rodrygo an option for Liverpool to sign? Yeah, of course. There's been links to Rodrygo. I think if Diaz leaves, I think there'll be a chance that maybe we can go for him. Because I know Real Madrid said that they're willing to accept offers for Rodrygo. I know he was linked to Arsenal, but if he wants to win championships, he'll come to Liverpool. Just saying. Want to get answer on Toto?
Thoughts on Rodrygo links, Solo and Toto. My thoughts is that would be a great aspect for us. A young winger, 24 years old, can play both sides, and he can play centre forward. Not so much centre forward because he didn't really have his best performance at centre forward. He had no goals or assists or even goal contributions as centre forward. So you can see that's not his best position, but he's always an option there. Left wing, right wing. But if he is joining, he'd have to compete with Gakpo or Salah, because I think we're bringing him in to replace Diaz if he does leave. Diaz does leave, I think we're bringing in Rodrygo to replace Diaz, and he'll be in contention with Gakpo for that left wing spot. I think Gakpo will be the starter since he's the more experienced player, has been there longest at Liverpool. Of course, Rodrygo's experience as well, but Gakpo's been there longer at Liverpool, so he'll be the certified starter. But for Rodrygo to earn his spot, he'll have to outperform Gakpo. That's just the way it is.
There you go, guys. We've got people in the house. We've got 13 likes. Absolutely appreciate it. 13 likes at the moment. There's a Discord link, so if you want to join the community, there's a Discord link. Hold on. There's another one for you, Toto, I think, or do you prefer Eze?
Look, there's one thing you can say about Eze. He's Premier League proven, isn't it? So
yeah,
nothing's really new to him. The pace of the game not really new to him. The physicality of the game not really new to him. So Eze is a good option as well. They're both good options, bro. If it was my opinion, I'd probably go for Rodrygo. But if we get Eze, I wouldn't even be bothered either because he's Premier League proven. Again, a young player. I think he'll do good under us, and he can also play the 10. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna play him in the 10. But if we were to come to Liverpool, we'll probably be more utilised on the wing. So any of them, they're both good options.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I heard that today. That's one thing we're going to talk about. Without Diego, we need him. Big up Waniak. Big up to you, Waniak, bro. Big up. How you doing, bro? Thanks for joining us again.
Big up.
But he has agreed personal terms with Liverpool, so he's done deal. Who?
I think he's on about Gray here, I think.
Okay. Oh, he's talking to someone in chat, isn't he? Yeah. Definitely, he's got to go. Big one contract left. Yeah, and about Lucha. Got one big contract left in Europe anyway. Solo, do you rate Matteo Rodrygo and Gonzalo Ramos? What about you, Solo?
Rodrygo is a striker from Italy, isn't he?
Do you rate them?
I've never.
Is he Italian?
Yeah, it's Italian, but
I'm a bit skeptical from players from Italy.
Plays for Inter Milan.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard of him. I haven't even watched him play, so I can't really give you an option. I can't really give you an opinion on that.
I agree on that. I agree.
Yeah, but
he could be the second striker.
The thing is with Osimhen.
Strikers.
The thing is with Osimhen, Galatasaray are willing to up his price, his wage prices. So I think he's more likely to stay at Galatasaray. Because Napoli was in for Osimhen.
Yeah.
But then what happened is Napoli's more interested in Darwin, and Galatasaray is willing to up his wages, so that's going out the window for Napoli.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're getting Osimhen. I just don't think so.
Can I tell you something? You know the reason why Rodrygo is so perfect for Liverpool? Because remember when Lucha, Luis Diaz, he used to play on the left and he used to rotate with Gakpo. And what did they used to do with him? They used to put him in the 9, remember?
Yeah.
They need to put him in the night, and this is what they can do with Rodrygo. So what we can do, we can buy one striker and one winger. The winger will be us. The winger will be Rodrygo. He would come in, he'd rotate with Gakpo, and then we'll have a main striker. As soon as, like I said, when Salah goes, you can shift him to the right-hand side. This is what Chiesa should have been. I think Chiesa's still got a lot left to offer. I don't know why that Slot didn't give him a chance, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Give us that link again, Toto, if you want. You said something. Let's put this up. Let's talk about this one, wherever it is. I haven't seen it here. There we go. Go ahead.
So yeah, Liverpool transfer new Red Star informing Real Madrid of a free transfer decision. So Liverpool defender Ibrahima Konate, which has also been reported today on Twitter. It's been reported by many journalists that he has rejected a second fee for £50 million. There's been recent reports that Liverpool willing to part ways with Konate this summer for a fee of £50 million. On his flat side, I know the Maras of Crystal Palace centre-back Mark Guehi, who is set to leave Selhurst Park in the near future. Liverpool man Konate informs Real Madrid 2020 season. Sky Sports in Switzerland, Liverpool star Konate has made a major decision regarding his Anfield future ahead of the new term. The report claims that the 26-year-old has informed Real Madrid of his wish to join the club during the summer window 2026. Konate just a single year remaining in the Red contract and will be able to switch to another club on a free transfer at conclusion of 2025-26. I do not want to happen. Don't want Konate to leave on a free. I want to get money for him. So the best thing to do is let him go now. I know it'll weaken our squad, but I've always had that opinion. If someone to leave, someone to run his contract down to a free, I think we should get rid of him. That's just my opinion. Rather empath. I can't read today. The Frenchman has made it clear.
I never read, by the way.
that he wants to depart from the ranks of the Premier League champions next year. It is also understood that the recent talks regarding a contract extension for Konate have stalled and look likely to peter out. So I think we should just get rid of him. And exactly what I was thinking of. Konate to repeat the Trent trick. Real Madrid have a history of signing high-profile players and free transfers. I don't think we should give Real Madrid the option. I think we should just get rid of him, get him gone, get the money, and just let him go. Yeah, it'll weaken our squad. So what? We need money for him. We need as much money as we can so we can just go sign players. You know, that's where I stand with it. If you're willing to let your contract go to a free for Liverpool, I think we should just get rid of you. I don't care how good you are. End of the day, I support the badge. Yeah, if you want to go leave on a free, go leave, and let's go get rid of him. So we all know that Madrid have a high.
You know what? With this Konate situation, my mind changes hourly. Changes hourly on this situation. I look at Konate, I think, who the hell do you think you are, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you want to try and dip out like Trent, try and go on a free, and then I look at the flip side of the coin. Then my mind changes again, where I say, I understand. He knows what he's worth. If Liverpool not offering what he's worth, yeah, why should I stay? Because I think Virgil's on 350,000 a week. Virgil, so he's the highest paid centre back probably in the world. And then I heard that they offered him something like 200,000. Now he's 24. Is he 24, 25 years of age?
Yeah.
Ibrahima Konate.
Yeah.
And he's probably thinking to myself, hold on, Virgil's on 350. I know I'm not worth 350, but I'm at least worth 250. You get me? Or 280. And I understand, because there's not really, if you look around the world, it's centre backs. There's not many as good as Konate. If you look at the best centre backs in Europe, Konate's in the top 5. Facts. He's in the top 5. I'll say it again. Virgil's on the top. Second is Gabriel, even though I can't stand him. And third is Konate. And after that, you can they're the top 3 in my opinion in Europe. Probably Bastone is 4th. Whoever. But you can look at it from Konate's point of view. Now, if he really wants to stay at the club, and he's willing to negotiate with Liverpool, yeah, and he says, look, I want to stay, but I want to be paid what I'm worth. Or if he's like Trent, or he's trying to dragged the negotiations out, and he said, you know what, I want to go to Madrid, but I'm trying to drag out my contracts, then you just drop him, innit? You just say, nah, I ain't having that. You gotta go. But it's a tricky situation. See, Konate, I love Konate. He's my favourite player in Liverpool. My favourite player, Ibrahima Konate. I think he's a top class defender. Some people say he's not world class. I think he is. Some people say he's a good centre, but he's not world class. I think he is. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, yeah, a good name, Schlotterbeck as well. But we need to get clarity on this Konate situation. We need to get it done. If he wants to leave, let him leave. If he wants to stay, let him stay. If you want to see him, let him see out his contract. It's up to Liverpool at the end of the day. But for me, I would keep him, because at the end of the day, yeah, we need to keep him, because if we want to win the league this season, he's very he's going to be pivotal for us winning the Premier League, in my opinion. So
Sure.
yeah, I think we need to keep him.
Look, he has
the money what he wants, man.
he has rejected 2 offers. But if we are going to keep Konate, we need to offer him a new contract.
Yeah,
That's what it is. I don't want to have no player who's willing to run down his contract to a free, yeah, and wants to leave Liverpool at the end of his contract, because we need money. We need money, right, for him. It's not like we need money. We've got the money, but we still need money in return, don't we? We want to make profit off these players. No point of buying players and making no profit off it, because there'll be no point then, because you're going to lose more and more money. And we don't want to be in a sticky situation. And I'm just sick and tired of Real Madrid taking players for free all the time, and then we're willing to go get Konate for free. They took Trent on a free, but Trent was in plan for 2 years, so
Yeah.
that was different with Trent. But with Konate, they want to run it, would make a thing with Konate, yeah, run down his contract to a free, then get him on a free.
yeah,
End of the day, if you want to get your man, sign it for money. If you want him so badly, yeah, get him for money.
yeah.
Instead of running down the contract to a free. Real Madrid has been famous for doing this, having plans with players, running down the contract to a free, get them on a free to get the wages in. Cheapskates. If you want your man, yeah, because they got the money. Real Madrid got the money. We all know Real Madrid got the money, right? And so they're buying so much centre backs at the moment, yeah, so much players. They recently signed that player from Bournemouth for money. If you want Konate, they want Konate, buy him for money. That's all I'm saying. No, I don't want none of this crap.
Listen, I think this is what I believe. This is what I believed in my heart and heart. Yeah, I believe that he won't sign the contract yet, and I think halfway through the season, when we start playing football and he starts getting in that mood again, I believe that Liverpool will come to an agreement to sign Konate. Konate just wants more money. Very simple. You remember, it's probably his agent rejecting it as well. It's his agent.
Yeah.
People don't realise.
He's rejected 2 contract offers.
People don't realise how powerful the agents are. You know, in this situation, how powerful the agents are. They've got a lot to do with these contract situations. And I think eventually he will sign and he'll be a Liverpool player again. He's still a Liverpool player, but I think he's going to make extend his contract. Well, why wouldn't he want to play at Liverpool?
Yeah.
Liverpool are in the best place at the moment. We're going into this league as the favourites. Even if we don't sign nobody from now to the end of the season, to the end of the transfer window, we are going into this season as the favourites. As soon as you brought Wirtz and Kekeres, that was the 2 fullbacks, all right? And Wirtz, it was a wrap. It was a wrap. That was it. It was a wrap. Because all we're doing is improving on a great squad from last season. We're just improving. You just take an old piece out, put a new piece in. Take an old piece out, put a new piece in. Yeah. That's all.
So this is info on Luis Diaz. Chris, he's such a good journalist.
Big up.
Literally, most of the sources that he confirmed is now confirmed by David Ornstein. Is now confirmed by Fabrizio. He's not a journalist. He's just a guy with good sources and links. Yeah. And you know, this is the guy to watch out for journalists. So Bayern Munich has made an official contract with Luis Diaz. And his camp of a potential move. Initial talks have been taking place. Sources confirmed Bayern Munich have taken note of Luis Diaz's contract demands and discussed the financial details of a possible deal with his agent. However, no official contract has been made. and no agreement reached of any sorts. So no talks are ongoing between Bayern Munich and Liverpool
I've
as
been
of
one
now.
second, right, Toto, backing in
Yeah.
it 1 second.
Luis Diaz is said to be open to joining Bayern Munich. The Colombian winger is admired by the club. But Bayern have not yet made a final decision whether to pursue the signing. Bayern expected to decide on their new left winger the next days after considering all targets following rejection of Nico Williams, who is staying at Athletic Bilbao. Bradley Barcola and Florian Wirtz. So Wirtz rejected Bayern Munich, Nico Williams rejected him, and Bradley Barcola has rejected Bayern Munich. And situation to watch. Look, I've said this about Bradley Barcola, yeah. Liverpool should be going for Bradley Barcola. We should be going for him. If it's not Rodrygo, I think the more realistic option is Barcola. I think he's a young left winger. I think he'll be a great backup left winger, even a potential starter if Gakpo is having these purple patches. You know? So, Luis Diaz, Bayern Munich, I think it's happening. It's coming out now. There'll be no reason why journalists are coming out now all of a sudden and reporting Diaz is going to Bayern Munich. Like, he is going to Bayern Munich. I think Diaz is gone. Right? Liverpool are not willing to offer him a contract as of now. Liverpool, there's no really rumours saying that Liverpool's trying to negotiate a contract, negotiate a wage, negotiate a fee. There's no nothing. I think he's going to Bayern Munich. Right? Because Bayern Munich has been rejected by all three players. Like, Wirtz can play the wing as well. He got rejected by Wirtz to come to us. Nico Williams is staying at Athletic Bilbao, and who else? Yeah, Barcola. I think we should be getting Barcola, in my opinion. That's just me. But Luis Diaz, let him go by Munich, man. Nothing's been taking place at the moment, but Diaz wants to go there, and initial talks have been started. It's basically talks over the phone. You know, discussing different wages, offers. So I think Luis Diaz wants to go to Bayern Munich. Let me go through the chat rooms. I can't put them up because I don't know what's going on. I can't put up the chat, but I'll read them anyway. Lulu Steve, Ibrahima Konate 26. Guehi younger than him. Yeah, Guehi's younger than him. This is why I probably prefer Guehi. End of the day, Konate wants to do a funny business. Let him go. Paul Down says they go out and get a Nico Schlotterbeck again. Had a really good season with Dortmund, but still I prefer Mark Guehi. But again, Schlotterbeck is an option. Liverpool fan forever. Did Liverpool start the pre-season training already? Yeah, Frimpong's already revived the AXA. About a couple hours ago, they've already started their training today for pre-season. So all the players are going to be back up to fitness and playing football again. And that's just gone in the blink of an eye. Deluded Steve, apparently we're linked. Deluded Steve, apparently we're linked with an 18-year-old centre-back from Parma, Giovanni Leone. Again, I wouldn't mind a project centre-back, but we need to get our main centre-back first. Konate goes, we'll get Guehi, then get a project centre-back so he can develop under Liverpool. But any young centre-back is good because it would be good to develop under Liverpool. And I think, I've never heard of him, but he could do good under us. Paul Dan, never heard of him. Liverpool fan forever. Let the sign Italy, young centre-back from Atalanta. He's good talent. Hopefully he's good talent, man. And you won't be coming as a project, so what can go wrong? This Ludi Steve saying he's a Bastoni regen. Again, that's a big shoes to fill. And Bastoni's had a good season with Inter Milan. I would like Bastoni at our club, but I think the Italian people usually stay at the Italian clubs, the respective clubs. So I don't think we'll be getting Bastoni, but Bastoni's a good centre back. We all know that. He's had good seasons with centre back. Squidly, see you later, bro. Thanks for joining in and thanks for watching. And thanks for smashing the like buttons, bro. Liverpool fan forever. Ain't no Maldini. Again, yeah.
Big up, bro.
Not really much centre backs can go up to Maldini's part, except your Virgil van Dijk. You're probably up there to fill Maldini, but Maldini is a good centre back, man. It's very, very arguable to say who the best centre back is.
I think the best centre back, in my opinion, ever is I would say Baresi and Maldini.
Yeah, again, it's very, very arguable because some people say Van Dijk's the GOAT centre back.
Nah, he's not the greatest of all time, though.
Beckenbauer.
There's an argument for Beckenbauer.
You got all these centre backs, these great centre backs. Virgil, Beckenbauer, and all that. It's arguable.
Now, Virgil's not the best centre back of all time.
I think he's got to be in the top 10 now.
Yeah, he's in the top. Of course. You got to think about players like Yapstam and all that as well.
Exactly. There's a lot of good centre backs out there.
Yapstam was cold, man. Yapstam, who else you know? People say that Beckenbauer's the greatest of all time. So a lot of people, when you do these polls and you look on videos on YouTube that people have done, like from experts, Beckenbauer is always in the top 2, top 3. There's an argument for people say Bobby Moore. He's in the top 5. Bobby Moore.
Exactly. There's so much good centre backs out there.
For me, it's Baresi though.
It's mad. But look, the Italians are usually more famous for their centre backs, man. They're always famous for defence. This is why when you go into the again, that's debatable as well. Every time you see Italians, Italians are always famous for their centre backs. They're always famous for that. And when you go to the when you see the Italian league, what's Italian football? I haven't watched Italian football in years, man. Not even one Serie A game. But when you see Italians play, especially in the Champions League, they're slow-paced football, defensive, 5 at the back. Like Mourinho, for an example, when he played, when he managed, he was always 5 at the back. It's like Italian style football. They're always defensive. Deluded Steve Cannavaro's the bad man as well. That was Team Solar.
Yeah. And he won the Ballon d'Or as well.
Exactly. Cannavaro.
That's very rare.
And again, here's another example. He was 5'9" as a centre back, and a good centre back like that, probably one of the best centre backs in the world, was 5'9". So regarding the Mark Guehi situation, people think he's small, but 6'8" small, man. Cannavaro was 5'9", Baresi was 5'9", I think, and probably one of the best centre backs in world football. Yeah. So the height don't really matter in that case. But again, those two were absolute unique of players. Not many can be like that. Squidley, spot on the AC Milan boys, yeah. Paul Dan saying because no one said, oh yeah, it's Van Dijk's birthday today, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's 30, 34.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, happy birthday to Van Dijk, man. My favourite centre back, Van Dijk, is amazing, man. Liverpool fan forever saying Van Dijk is top 5. Again, arguable that is.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Exactly. Van Dijk can be in the top 5. Squidley saying I rated John Terry was good as well, especially in the Premier League. He was very, very famous in the Premier League. Puyol, again, another one. Puyol. He was a great first
about him. You see what I'm saying? This was said Van Dijk's not in the top 5. He's not in the top 5. Not in my opinion. He's just not in the top 5. He's just not. See, when you're throwing people like that, Cannavaro, Yapstam, Puyol, yeah, man's like that, yeah, you can't put Van Dijk in the top 5. Not in my opinion. Just not in my opinion. Some people like Vidic as well. I know he's a Man United man, but Vidic, he was up there as well. I never rated Rio Ferdinand. I know he was a good defender, yeah, don't get me wrong, for Man United. And I'm not just saying it because he's Man United. But he got skinned up enough times, Rio Ferdinand. Because people see Rio Ferdinand, I'm not saying in the chat room, but in general on Twitter. When you see people talk about Rio Ferdinand, yeah, they forget. Some of them probably they ain't even watched him, innit? I used to watch him, yeah, and the thing about it, he got skinned up enough times. I'm not saying he wasn't a good defender, he wasn't better than Van Dijk. And he probably admits that. He'll probably admit that.
I think he did, admit.
Yeah, I think he did something like that, yeah. That roundabout. He knows he's not better than Van Dijk. But I think this is what I'd put. You got Cannavaro, you got Yapstam, you got Puyol, you got Baresi, you got Maldini, you got what's his name? The German one, the one from the old days. The German one, I forgot his name now. We were just talking about him. The German guy, Beckenbauer. Everybody, see, I'm looking at this poll now, yeah, and I've got Franz Beckenbauer as number 1. I've just looked on 5 polls, and Beckenbauer says the GOAT. I think Baresi's, in my opinion, I think Baresi's the greatest. I put Beckenbauer second. But when you look at top 5, I know like the younger ones will probably say Van Dijk not best. But if you look at the overall picture and you have a look at polls and you look at what experts say, Van Dijk is not in the top 5.
Liverpool fan throw saying Ramos and Pepe again, 2 good centre backs.
There you go. There you go again. You see what I'm saying now?
Pepe was a baller. Ramos was good. You can see, you can say Ramos was a bit dirty, but you can't.
I never liked Ramos, but he was a bad boy defender.
He's a good centre back.
This is what I'm talking about. So, you know, if you want, look, a lot of the young people, the younger ones, like someone's like 17, 18 year olds, they're going to say Van Dijk in it. Because obviously that's what they're watching it. But if you actually look at the history of football, you'll see, I don't think, personally, I think Van Dijk's in the top 10. No problem. I agree on that one. But top 5, I don't know, a bit pushing it there, I think. Because I think Puyol for Barcelona, I think he was one of the best centre-back I ever saw play football. That guy was an animal. Yapstan. I always go back to Yapstan. People used to be scared of Yapstan. You get me? Very, very scared. Very aggressive defender, kind of defender I like. He'll go in there, brock man's up. No problem. And he was very good at it as well.
Again, some people say Maldini's the GOAT as well.
Yeah, some people say Maldini. There's a lot of polls that say Maldini.
There was I think there was an interview with Maldini. Quote unquote.
Arrested, didn't he?
He said that Maldini wishes he was paired with Van Dijk.
Oh God!
One of them.
Imagine that.
And he said soon to be the best defender in the history of football. Again, there's mixed opinions, man. But coming from Maldini, that's an honour. From Van Dijk. But look,
Cannavaro was cold though.
Cannavaro was good as well.
Yeah.
Mateus, there you go. Scotty, Mateus.
Yeah, loads of Mateus.
Liverpool fan forever. Down the road. PK from Barcelona. Yapstam pulled down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Let me just see what these ranks say, centre backs here. Let's have a look at it. I'm just trying to find a good poll. Top 10 centre backs. Let me see. This is from 2024. Just too many pop ups. Come on,
man. Pulled down. Sol Campbell was naughty. Yeah, Sol Campbell was good as well.
Yeah.
Squidley.
Campbell, yeah. Sol Campbell.
Squidley, Costa Curta. That's what you say.
Yeah, Costa Curta, yeah.
Ace when I had top defenders, yeah. So was them Italians, man. They got really, really good defenders. I don't know what it is. I don't know what is in their DNA, but they're always most of the time centre backs, man. Always playing for centre back Italians.
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking he's Van Dijk in the top 10. So I got a good site here. I got a good site here, guys, to show you. Top 10 centre backs. So I'm gonna bring this site up now. Let's just bring it up because it just keeps blocking me out of the website. It's the best website as well.
Yeah. Liverpool fan forever saying, do not forget 2019 Van Dijk. He was better than Maldini then. That was Van Dijk in his prime, though. So you can compare him. You know, coming from Maldini saying soon to be the greatest defender.
Nesta.
Again, Nesta's the better one. Nesta as well, yeah.
Nesta. Let's bring this up, right? I'm going to bring this website up. We'll do this and then we'll head off. I've got to do a watch longer game starting now. So I'm trying to get on this website, but it keeps blocking me out. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to read out the top 9 if I can get in there. It's got number 1, Franz Beckenbauer. See, I told you, get these polls. Number 2 is Baresi. 3, Bobby Moore. 4, Daniel Perelesa, probably Italian. Number 5, Ellis Figuera. Number 6, I can't pronounce that. Number 7, Alexandro Nesta. 8, Mafia Sama. And 9, if I could get that up. It keeps blocking me out. Yeah, well, I'm trying to find. See, that was the best one as well. Yeah, but there's a conversation. Yeah. Let me see if we can get one on Facebook. Oh, no debate. Carry on, Toto. I'll get it up in a minute. Toto.
Little fan forever saying if Maldini's the best, why did Liverpool bang 3 goals against him and won the USL?
Yeah, but that was the end of his career.
It was.
It's about 2025 now. That was towards the end of his career, isn't it? Yeah, because we had Gerrard. That's why. Yo,
that's
Gerrard,
what made Stevie G and Xabi Alonso so legendary, yeah?
Yeah, man. Stevie G,
legends
come on,
in the
there's
game.
not many people that can save his shots. You know what I mean? But I think Maldini then it was towards the end of his career.
Stevie was a goal scorer, man.
I've got a perfect one here for you guys. I found it. Finally. The Rock. Here we go. So let's zoom this up and we're gonna have a look. The fact that you know what's respect to Van Dijk? It's a fact, yeah, that he's getting mentioned with these mans. You get me? That's the fact. There's not. You look at all the centre backs that played today. Nobody gets mentioned with the centre back from yesterday, and it. The one from yesterday are different. You get me? But Van Dijk really is the only one that gets mentioned with the legends, and that alone shows you how good Van Dijk is, isn't it? Let's get the chat. Where are we now? Yeah, that was for you. Yeah, cut that one up for you. Big up. So we're looking there. We got Beckenbauer. See, it's always Beckenbauer. If he's not Beckenbauer, it's Baresi, and if he's not Baresi, it's Maldini. For me, Baresi's the number one defender. I know people say Beckenbauer, yeah, but for me, it's Maldini. You want to put Beckenbauer second? That's up to you. But for me, it's Maldini. I don't care. Not Maldini, Baresi.
I think Van Dijk's ahead of Ramos, though.
Maybe. I'm going to put first. It's got first Franz Beckenbauer, second Franco Baresi, third Bobby Moore. See, Bobby Moore's always in the top 5. Big up to Bobby Moore, man. Rest in peace, man. Big up. 66 World Cup every time. Daniel Perelesa, Elias Figueroa, there's that guy again. Coutinho Sarri, Alexander Nesta, Matthias Sama, Fabio Cannavaro, Cold. Remember, I won a Ballon d'Or, you know. 10 Sergio Ramos. There's loads. Lilian Thuram. Yeah, Lilian Thuram. I forgot about him.
Oh,
Lilian Thuram. Ronald Koeman. The Dutch geezer. For me, he's probably the Dutch centre back. I guarantee if you ask anyone who knows about football, they'd put Koeman above Van Dijk. Robert Koeman, the Dutch. Well, he's a manager now, isn't it? He's a manager of them. Jurgen Kohler, Virgil van Dijk is 21. I agree with that. Alan Hansen is 18. See, I told you, Alan Hansen for Liverpool.
Yeah.
How good do you know how much he won with Liverpool, guys? You know how much trophies, European trophies, the leagues have won with Thingy. So we've got Alan Hansen there as number 18. What do you reckon, guys? Alan Hansen is 18. Yeah, and Virgil van Dijk is 21. Do you agree with that? I don't agree either. I don't agree with that either. I don't agree. I don't think he's top 10 either. Ramos, no way. Good, but he's not top 10. So what do you agree with that, guys? Do you believe that Virgil van Dijk, 21, and Alan Hansen at 18? Who agrees with that, guys? Both Liverpool defenders.
I think both of them could be higher.
Do you believe in that? I think Alan Hansen is above Van Dijk. I reckon I'll need just though. I think I was watching a YouTube channel the other day with some younger guys, yeah? And I was talking about defenders, and they said everybody kept talking about how good Alan Hansen was. Guys, go on YouTube when you got a chance, yeah? Go on YouTube and go and type in Alan Hansen, yeah? And go and watch him how good he was. Go and have a look how good he was. And with Alan Hansen, he could come forward as well. It weren't just a centre back that stays there. How Van Dijk comes forward, he could do that as well. And back then, it was kind of unheard of for a centre back to come forward. What the Liverpool fan said. Van Dijk is top 15. I agree. That I agree with. I'd say top 15. Looking at all these names now, yeah, I'd say top 15. No way for me with Ramos better than Puyol. No chance. Not in my opinion. Not when Puyol was in his prime at Barcelona. He had all them mans there with him. Ronaldinho and all that. Puyol was an animal. Spanish bull. So I'd say I agree with that. I think Alan Hansen is just above Van Dijk. I do.
Yeah, you could say that as well. Yeah, but I think there could be both higher.
Yeah. Van Dijk is so much better than Ramos.
Yeah, I don't think Ramos.
Ramos was just he was like He was a good defender. He was dirty in it, but he's done his job, man. He's done his job. But yeah, that's it really. That's what we're talking about, guys. We're heading off now. Going to do a watch along. The match has started. And you got anything else you want to talk about, Toto?
Nothing else to say now.
See, he knows. Go on YouTube, guys. I recommend you go on YouTube and you'll see how good Alan Hansen is. This is why Liverpool fans say he's the greatest centre back we ever had. And he won so much for us as well. He won so much. He won like a couple of European Champions Leagues. I think he won about 5 or 6 leagues. The guy was cold. He won everything, man. He was cold. And
So it was call resistant. I mean, call constant, reliable.
Yeah, that's like Van Dijk. They're similar. That's similar. You know, the way they play, they're similar. He was cool. You get me? He wasn't like erratic. He hardly made any mistakes. And you know how Van Dijk is, he hardly makes mistakes sometimes, yeah? Alan Hansen was the same. He was the same. I loved it at the end when we won the Premier League game. I saw them both standing next to each other and they was both holding the Premier League trophy. That was a nice picture. That was 2 icons of the Liverpool, 2 best centre backs we ever had. 2 best centre backs we ever had. So guys, we're heading off. We'll be back tomorrow for more transfer news. We have, how many likes have we got? We've got 23 likes, guys. Can we try and get it to 30 likes before we leave? We're going to leave with 1 minute total. What have you got coming up on your side channel before we leave?
Of course, I'm streaming after this. Streaming Formula 1 after this.
Yeah.
Always on my YouTube channel. So go check me out on there. TikTok as well, Toto Hammer. But yeah, that's what's coming up really on my channel. And my TikTok, streaming some Formula 1. And if you're interested in racing or you just want to pop in and say hello, fair enough. I'll be there.
So guys, remember the Discord link as well. This is the Discord link. Toto's put the Discord link up there on the screen. Remember, if you want to join the Discord, click on that and you can join the Discord. We're going to be talking in there. We're going to have debates about football. We're going to make a Formula 1 section as well. And we're talking about football games. And when we go live, you'll see all the links in the Discord channel. So come and join the Discord and we're going to build up a good community. I think we've got about 15 people in there now. So yeah, so come into the Discord and join the community, guys, and on Discord. It's all there. It's all there. So that's it, man. There we go. There's another one. Can't let it go. I will take Pepe and Van Dijk at the same time. Yeah. Yeah. Pepe was cold, man. Pepe was cold.
Yeah.
Says on there, Pepe is so much better than Ramos. Yeah. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you very much, Scotty. We've got 23 likes. We need 7 more likes, guys. 7 more. 7 more likes. Yeah, man. See you tomorrow, bro. And you. We'll just see anyone more. Yeah, 7 more likes. There you go. 7 more likes to get to that 30 mark, guys. We're leaving now. Hit that like button. Let's get it to 30 likes. 30. No, not. Yeah, we've got 7 more to go. 7 more to get to 30 likes. Big up to everyone. Got 23. Come on, guys. Like the video. Like. So we're going to be heading off now, guys. See you later. We're going to put the tunes up. I'm going to be heading off. So let's get the design on there. And yeah. So. Yeah, we've done it, bro. We've done the stat ending. We've done the stat ending. Yeah, we've done the stat ending. Set your camera up, bro, if you want. Yeah, that's it. That's it, man. Waniak, it's free. Let's get to 30 likes, man. We've got 23 likes. Like the video, 6 more likes. Hit the like before we leave. We're going. See you later, guys. Gotta go. Gotta watch along. I'm doing the Poland game. Women's football, I'll cover that as well. So see you later, guys. Big up to you, big up to everyone. 6 more likes, bro. Bye.